TruVue Podcast.
A bunch of different views.
The boys keep it real, man. I really like listening to them, man. They funny. Yeah.
Son,
You know what I'm saying?
They really speak their truth.
The hell was that?
you're.
What it do? What the business is? What's good? It's your boy Mel, and we are back in the building again, bringing the barbershop to the box office, baby. TruVue Podcast, my bad. I'm fucking TruVue Podcast, y'all. Say the cigars are lit, the pasta plates are out, and we got more hit than the mob trial in July. You ever have beef with somebody so close they know your mama's sauce recipe and your secret stash? Yeah. Welcome to the world of the TruVue Podcast. Let's dive into it, y'all.
He had the Italian Espanol and one going.
Both characters, you know what I'm saying? They had to turn this way.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is, and you see who you in the building with. CBP, let's get it. Let's go.
Pass the ravioli.
Monster
Yeah. The monstercioli, the stromboli. Yeah. The calzone. Bring it here. This is grown man MJ. I'm in the place to be with the man to be with. Those are the men who keep it real on the reels, baby. I love everybody. Let's just make sure we get that clear. Let's get it, fellas.
Let's get it, gentlemen. Cheers to a good episode. Let's have some fun with this one.
Yes, sir.
Pass the Cavassier.
That's that other side coming out. What are we talking about today, ladies and gentlemen? Alto Knights. The Alto Knights. What is that, you might ask? Well, The Alto Knights is a biographical crime drama directed by Barry Levinson and written by Nicholas Pileggi. Set in the 1950s New York, it follows the true story of two real-life mob legends, Vito Genovese and Frank Costello, both played by Robert De Niro. As their bromance crumbles into a bloody turf war with the American Mafia on the rise, the only thing more dangerous than their enemies is each other. This R-rated gangster flick leans heavy on old school grit, family loyalty, betrayal, and courtroom pressure. Produced by Warner Brothers Pictures and distributed by the New Line Cinema label, it runs 127 minutes and is based and documented criminal history pulled straight from mob archives and FBI files. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 54%. IMDb gave it a 6.1 out of 10. Hell, Metacritic gave it a 52 out of 100. But what did the TruVue Podcast give it?
Look at me now. Look at me now. Oh.
So I do want to shout out De Niro playing two different goddamn characters. And for one of them, he wore a silicone face mold just to help differentiate between the two of them. So having to actually sit down and go through that. Shout out to De Niro. And then, Barry Levinson reunited with Nicholas Pileggi for the first time since Casino. So they did work together on Casino. And to see them come together for this again, I think they did pretty good with it. So shout out to that.
Yeah, I agree, man. I enjoyed this a lot. We get a lot of gangster flicks
Mm-hmm.
that kind of always fall in the same vibe. But this one, I'm not gonna say it was refreshing, but they did a good job not making it monotonous. You know what I'm saying? With the same vibe, but as far as the casting, the scenery, everything about it, what I'm saying, felt authentic, felt nostalgic. They for sure snapped on that side.
No, the conversations or the dialogue between Vito and Frank, they were actually inspired by real surveillance tapes. So that I'm sure that helps with the authenticity. God damn, that word was finna whoop my ass. Shout out to them for doing the research. They ended up shooting the court scenes in the same building that they used for the I think it was Godfather 2. It was either Godfather 2 or 3. I want to say 2. Godfather Part 2. So I mean, they really they did everything that they could to make this not just a normal gangster flick. Like it felt real. Like this whole film felt real to me. So I was to see that they
think
went back.
I think the narration in this helped a lot too.
Yeah,
He was telling the story definitely helped a lot. And something that stuck out to me was, as Zoe mentioned, we do get a lot of gangster flicks, but we don't often get them from the perspective of the bosses. We often get it from the perspective of those
the up and comers.
Yeah, those who are ambitious and trying to gain power within the ranks. And I felt this was a little bit of a different touch, and it was telling almost how the rise to power and how it was taken apart by the same person almost. That's another thing I liked about it. But I think what drew me into the movie overall was the fact that we was gonna have De Niro playing two roles that were the leading roles for this film. And first thing I did when I watched it, I was like, okay, he doing his thing in this. But was there anybody else that you could have saw play one of the other characters possibly?
I mean, you get automatically, anytime I see Robert De Niro in a mob movie, I automatically go to like a Joe Pesci. I go to even Al Pacino. He could do it.
Yeah.
Man, I'm drawing a blank. I was gonna say Ray Liotta, rest in peace. I don't know.
And that's crazy that you say that though, that because I felt like Vito's character kind of stole the soul of Joe Pesci in a way, and the way he came across. You know what I mean? It was like you got the methodical De Niro in one character, and then you got the De Niro that gets turned up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The one that's on go. You know what
about
I mean?
business. He about that business.
Yeah.
Man,
what do you mean he's trying to win? You stand over and keep shooting him. You shoot first and you ask questions. Like,
just one shot. Just one shot. It was a lot of blood in the just one shot.
Talking about a gun here, it's gonna be loud.
They was talking about double taps back then. God damn. They put the shit from Zombieland. Oh man, like this was entertaining though. Like and I just loved how the story unfolded. It was a good story, and it was told very well. And the fact that this was a real story too adds to like I was like, God damn, like shit was wild.
Yeah, I didn't do much research on it, so the fact that they were using surveillance tapes and all of that to construct the dialogue within this movie, that makes it even better, because that's one thing I felt was very strong within the movie, the way it was being narrated with the dialogue and the actions played out on the screen. I felt like had a real strong cohesiveness, and overall they were dropping gems that you would later find out within the story in some of like the little small parts. And it was like, man, I found myself wanting to go back in because I felt like I missed a lot in some of those scenes.
Which De Niro performance stood out best to you?
I'm gonna say the Frank Costello character.
Okay.
Was more of the original De Niro that we are accustomed to seeing. I would say that one plays more true to the vein. The Vito character was a surprise for me. I liked it in a way because, like I said, it's like he did some consultation with Joe Pesci to do this accent and everything. and the way the character's mannerisms were.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
I felt, I felt it as a bit of a surprise, but I don't know if I liked one better than the other. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I liked one better than the other, because when you go to a De Niro movie, you want to see De Niro. You want to see him, get in his bag and do what he do. So that's why I like the Frank character. But then that Vito character, that motherfucker was something else, man. Like you took everything from me. You know, you gave me nothing. Nothing. That motherfucker was so what, bro.
Man.
I gotta say, I kind of agree, man. It's like it's hard to choose one over the other because motherfucker was that entertained.
Zoe, take the fifth. Take the fifth.
That's it. That's it right there.
And you could tell, man, like
why is he still talking? Why is he still?
You can't plan no shit like that. You can't write those type of moments. Like, dude, that's cold, man.
Oh man, nah. I mean, yeah, I'm with y'all. Like it balanced each other. Like strangely, like I felt like both characters were definitely needed, and De Niro gave both characters a unique feel, and I couldn't
De Niro's
see.
what, in his 80s. Robert De Niro's in his 80s.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's hard to find another 80-year-old that's gonna keep pace with me, have his lines down, be able to deliver them with the at the level they are needed to be delivered. So yeah, I kind of see why he went with the decision to do both too.
Now, do you think they paid him twice?
Had to. It's De Niro.
You think he deserved 2 checks or what?
Absolutely.
Come on now.
I feel like the women that played next to him were decent supporting characters as well. The one that played next to Vito and the one Bobby that played next to Frank. I think those ladies did a good job too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the supporting cast was amazing in this. And I felt like everybody knew the assignment. They was like, look, this is De Niro's bag. We just here, like, look, let him do his shine, dog. Like, we here, and we know, we not the focus. This is not about us right now. God damn it. And they let that motherfucker get off. God damn it. Because I guess in my mind, I say they might have shorted De Niro on some change, because they might have got a 2-for-1 deal with that shit.
Shout but shout it, 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 shout but shout it.
That'd be funny if he get nominated against himself, though. That should be hilarious.
One thing I gotta add.
Oh boy,
this did not feel like a 2-hour film.
It didn't feel like it. No. Now
longer or shorter or what?
It felt shorter. Like I was that entertained. I didn't feel like I was sitting down for 2 hours watching this joint.
I felt 2 hours, but I was entertained through the 2 hours. I wasn't mad at it. Let me say it like that.
I was gonna say I think I felt a lot of it in the courtroom scenes.
Okay.
Like everything just, it was slow. Them courtroom scenes were slow, and it was a lot. I was just like, all right, man, come on, speed it up, man. I want to see what happens. Like, let's get through this bullshit.
Are you talking about both of them back to back, or or one specifically?
No,
okay.
Like just back to back. Like
Gotcha.
it wasn't just a specific one, but I was just like, all right, man, come on now, because a lot of most of the action was taking place outside of the courtroom. The courtroom was just on the slick shit. You know what I'm saying? So it showed the dance, how they was dancing around. Well, some of them would dance. Plead the fifth. But yeah, I felt the slow drag during the courtroom scenes for me. I don't know how you would punch that up though. Yeah, I don't know how you would.
I thought it was punched up well. My only shorts was really the development of Vito's hatred towards Frank. They didn't really express that enough for me in the movie. Okay. They showed when they would talk, he was like, you know, hey, I need you to take care of me, to, you know, to give me everything back type shit. But they never really got into like the politics of how everybody was already cool with Frank running shit, you know, and then him coming back and wanting his spot back and all the backstabbing he was doing. It was kind of a lot, it felt like, for him to get to that point of taking Frank out. You know, they showed him missing the dinner with him and his new lady. They showed that part as well, but it really just didn't show enough on the gangster side of why he needed to take control, because it seemed like he had his area, his territory, and they showed him run amok in that, and it was basically taking the gang stock down with all the stuff he was doing. And he kind of had inserted himself into, as his wife was saying, he's a millionaire, you know, several times over. So it showed that he kind of was already back, and his, you know, his money was growing at a rapid rate, but it never really showed his real animosity towards Frank to, you know, other than you didn't give me everything.
Right.
Which didn't never seem reasonable.
He came off like a spoiled child.
Yeah, he came off kind of like entitled to everything. And it kind of showed that in the beginning when he said, you know, our ideologies are different. When he was like, hey, I take out, I don't put in.
Yeah.
And then Frank was trying to get him, hey, we need to open up this. We need to, you know, set this up and get this around, you know. We got to spread this shit around. We can't be seen.
Oh, man. Now, one thing I will say, just from the, like, just first impression, I see De Niro, I get nervous because I'm thinking that this finna be one of them long-winded as the director of The Irishman. Fucking, can't call his name right now.
No shit.
Yeah. The long-winded motherfucker that do these Italian movies and shit. Scorsese.
Talking about Scorsese, or is it?
No, it's I think it's Scorsese, ain't it?
Yeah. Martin Scorsese, yeah.
So when I saw
King of the 3-hour movie.
Yeah. God damn, dog. I was just like, oh my God. When they came on that and I saw De Niro playing two people, I was like, oh God, it's gonna be twice as long. He already letting us know it's gonna be twice as long. Because De Niro gonna have to get his shine on both characters. We're gonna be here for like 16 hours. But fuck, so that was my short bus at first. Like now it's to the point when I see De Niro and it's not a comedy and it's an Italian movie, I automatically like, oh shit. I automatically thought that Scorsese did this and it was gonna be long-winded as fuck. But it wasn't. Thank God. Just thank God. That's all I got to say. That was the first impression short bus.
No, the pacing was straight. Definitely the pacing was straight. And I think it was marketed more of a dialogue heavy movie versus, you know, action and stuff like that. I think it had that type of marketing behind it too. So I kind of set myself up for, you know, the back and forth talk, which wasn't a lot in here. It didn't seem like he had a lot, you know what I'm saying, of him speaking with him.
Yeah.
It was like a couple scenes, but it didn't seem like a lot. And I like how they played that. Like, you know, they had a lot of scenes like, where's Frank? Oh, he's not coming. He's not gonna. I was like, oh, I like how they did that, where they didn't force him in the scene together all often.
Yeah. It's like, no, it's budgeting issues. We couldn't find
another thing I wanted to say in the look at me was I like how this was set up almost as like he was being interviewed, almost the way he told, the way the story was being told, and he told it all, you know, in a chronological type of order a little bit. And you know, you saw it start at kind of 1957, then go back and then get back to 1957. I appreciated that part of it, and it was like him. It would cut away, and it'd just be him staring in the camera or looking at film and telling the story from how his perspective and how he remembered it. I thought that was cool too.
No, they did real good with that.
But I wish they would have just helped, you know, build up the Vito character in a similar light too.
Yeah, no, I feel like, yeah, that would have been nice, but it's like you had to. I guess we had to choose a main.
Yeah, I
If they
get where you at. I get where
if
you
they
at.
had to build him up too, then both of them, it would then we would have turned into a Scorsese movie because you would have had to give
I
them
got
equal
you.
time.
I got you. I got
But
you. Yeah, we had to go back to Italy with dude and everything.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I got
God. Make it stop. But I feel like, they put this out. It was pretty decent, but who were they aiming at when they was trying to do this?
Missed it by that much.
They called me in the crosshairs. I'm gonna say that. I've been wanting some gangster films, some old mob films. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This was, like I said, a good pace film. It wasn't like super heavy on the gunslinging type of shit, but they did also include that as well. It brought in a lot of dynamics of the boss of bosses type level up from the mob level too that I appreciated. So for me, I think this is if you was into the casinos, the Goodfellas,
Godfather.
yeah, the Godfathers. I'll even throw a couple of the other ones in there too that really don't got nothing to do with the mobs in there. But
Carlito's Way.
yeah, okay, there you go. But yeah, any of those, the Scarface, even,
New Jack City.
if you a New Jack City, a Blue Hill Avenue. If you got any love for any of those, I don't know, we going a little too far. If you got any fandom for any of them other movies though, possibly, I think this is, you in the crosshairs for this one too.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is, they put this out for people that's looking sideways at their friends. Like you got to trust the company you keep, man, and you got to keep eyes on them.
In your face.
Keep your enemies close and your friends even closer. God damn it, that's who the fuck they put these shits out for.
I say I'm a blend a little bit of definitely the gangsterism, like everybody else mentioned. But I throw a little conspiracy theory crowd in there too, just as far as them exposing how the government was working with the mob and shit. And I say the thinkers too. You know what I'm saying? The way the story unfolded. You know what I'm saying, on how Frank put his game plan together. You know what I'm saying? It took some great thinking on that.
For sure.
Yeah, this is also for anybody with the day one. You know what I mean?
Damn. Yeah.
To see how that can go from, young into old, you know what I mean? And not necessarily be mended all the way through and through. That's another level of this movie as well. So yeah, that's definitely in the target.
It's got layers like lasagna, because real G's move in silence like lasagna. It is everyone's favorite game show. Rename that movie.
Yeah, real G's moving silence was on my list.
Damn. Yeah. Motherfucker, he copying off me.
Face Off.
De Niro for the De Niro.
That's my head, that one. Yin and Yang.
Yin and Yang.
The boss of bosses.
2 De Niros, 1 check.
What's up, twin?
That's a good one. Same face, different fade.
Double Trouble.
Mob Your Business.
2 can play that game.
No cap-offs, just chaos.
Let me ask you this while we in this. Who did it better? Mickey 17 or Alto Knights? Same guy, 2 characters.
Damn. Is that a theme now? Because you got Sinners too.
If Sinners is dropping.
God damn. Was that part of the renegotiation for the contract or some shit? Like they're like,
nah, was that part of the writer's deal? We gonna write for 1 character 2 parts.
God damn, what is going on? Between Mickey 17 and Alto,
I'm going Alto.
Damn, it's hard. That's hard for me because they both brought
was
different
fire.
things. Yeah, they both brought different things. Now, if we going off of difference of character, I'm gonna give it to Mickey 17. But if we going off strong presence and consistency, I'm gonna give it to De Niro.
Okay, I think I'm leaning on the presence and consistency, so I'm going with De Niro too.
Okay, because
but I'm interested on why you say that Mickey 17 was more of a difference. You felt that was more of a difference?
Yeah, he was playing different emotions, like different emotions in the character. So he had a dimwit. He had the ready to go motherfucker. I think. Didn't he play another one? It was one more. Like well, they was real quick. They was like quick and in passing. So he really didn't have a chance to play. And mostly you just had 17 and 18. But
which felt more natural to y'all though?
Oh, De Niro. Like I feel like this is De Niro just this how this motherfucker walk around the house.
That's why I said
this is De Niro, ones in the morning, ones in the afternoon. That's what this was.
I feel like that's just him. Like,
that's why I chose. I felt that shit was more natural.
Yeah, he getting sleepy. He turned it into the other one. Oh shit. Oh,
all right, back to the rename.
I know I didn't forget what we didn't say it already. Now,
death for the day one.
Trading places.
No, I said death to the day. Death to the day one.
Death to the day one.
Friends to enemies.
Frenemies.
Yeah, 4 friends.
Take the fifth.
Take the fifth.
Look at you. You got 18 months. We all took the fifth. We got nothing.
2 dimes, 1 face.
Mo De Niro.
Mo De Niro.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Damn.
Get the fuck out of here.
Mob tie crisis. I don't know. What we pick?
Kiss the ring.
Kiss the ring.
The cannoli files.
Hasta la pasta then. God damn it.
Lasagna tapes.
The ravioli racket.
Damn. The fettuccine.
Kind of like it's both of ours.
The fettuccine follies.
It's kind of like it's both of ours.
Damn.
The Parmesan job.
I don't know, man. Let's pick one again. It's finna get goofy. I was gonna say I'm finna drag it down. It's finna get real goofy.
The
Mastacholi Mafia. God damn it.
No, I'm for G's Moving Silence, Boss of Bosses.
It was one you said, though. I can't remember it.
A couple other ones that was said.
I definitely don't remember.
I'm gonna go with the G's Moving Silent.
Bury Me a G. Bury Me a Gangster. Bury Me a G.
Sopranos or Altos.
Winner. I like that one. What was that? Altos over Sopranos? What did he say?
Sopranos or Altos.
Sopranos or Altos. I like that one.
And that was cool too to see how it started from a social club, similar to how the bike gangs was going.
Damn, I knew somebody was gonna put. I knew it. That damn, yeah. No, what we Sopranos or Altos?
I'm cool with it.
Cool with it. All right, man. The official TruVue rename for Alto Knights is Sopranos or Altos. And the official TruVue score is
Find out. 1, 2, 3.
That's right. It is a 3.68 overall. Gentlemen, What do we feel was the messaging in this?
That means
No one knows what it means.
What does it all mean, Basil?
So, what are you trying to say?
What is your message?
You got to keep your friends close and your frenemies closer.
God damn.
message.
You know, the family is loyalty until business gets personal.
Message.
If you all are divorced and they are there first, just go somewhere else.
God damn.
Message.
Two egos can't sit at one goddamn table.
Message.
You're either solid or you're not.
Damn.
Message.
The streets are watching and the feds are always listening.
Message.
Can't be half in and half out.
Yeah, you're right.
Message.
Ain't no such thing as halfway cooked.
Goddamn mulattoes.
The fuck is he talking about?
Oh, my bad. He said half.
There ain't no such thing as halfway cooked. Yeah.
God.
Message.
How you gonna beef with yourself and still losing?
The fuck is he talking about?
I mean, it was part of the movie. I'm just saying. He was whatever, man. All right, y'all. Let's hit him with them closing
I
credits.
mean, how you gonna play both characters and not know the other hand?
God damn.
Message.
Play both sides. Literally.
Let's hit him with the goddamn closing credits. Let's get on up out of here, y'all.
Yeah, I fuck with this one, man. Dope joint. Shout out to the writing, the directing, and definitely the acting, man. Shout out to De Niro. Definitely something I'm gonna run back. Definitely recommendable. I feel they checked all the boxes with this. Well done.
For me, this is definitely a recommendable movie. I'm glad I did come across this one. The whole fact that you get double the dose of De Niro, I think, is easily recommendable. And if it could be on one of those rewatch lists, because I think he's on his crescendo run, his walk-off run. I think he's gonna be finishing up soon with the Hollywood. I don't think he's gonna keep going too much longer, man. I mean, I love seeing our stars on screen, but I don't want to see them all get decrepit on screen.
Yeah.
I know he's still out here popping out babies and shit.
Yeah, he's still. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's doing his thing right now. That's why I say he on his, his goodbye tour right now. So I think this is a decent movie to recommend of his, and similar to like the Casinos and Goodfellas, I think you will find yourself watching this again another day. So it's a rewatchable movie at the same time.
If you are looking for a movie with two Dons who don't get along, then this here be the movie for you. If you are looking for a movie that got gunshots, guilt, a double dose of De Niro, and never-ending pasta, this here will be the movie for you. If you are looking for a movie that puts new meaning to grumpier old men, well, this here be the movie for you. Yes, I will rewatch this, and yes, I have recommended this and will continue to recommend this. I feel like this is a good new, breath to the Mafia movie franchise. You know what I'm saying? Or category, rather, not franchises. But I feel like this movie could be one that could go up there as, one of the classics, especially with the performance of Robert De Niro in this, playing the two characters. No, man.
Not to mention, they had the whole Black Sox in here, too.
Yes.
When he's talking about he was in the jail cell with dude who fixed the 1919 World Series, I said, why they gotta do us, man?
Man, no, they did their research with this. It was factually based and excellent, execution.
Excellent execution, excellent casting.
Yeah. I felt like Bret the Hitman Hart right there. The excellence of execution. But yeah, no. Y'all, I was trying not to say it, but it happened. What could I say? No, man. Like I always say, I might get it right, I might get it wrong, but y'all can let us know by heading on over there to TruVuePodcast.com. That's TruVue Podcast, TruVue Podcast.com, where you can like, subscribe, share, comment, help us defeat the all-powerful algorithm that's trying to hold a black pod down. And thank you for riding with us over at the YouTube and the fan base. Be sure to hit the bell for notifications, the thumbs up, the subscribe button, the share button, and drop something in the comments that you want us to review. Because we here at the TruVue Podcast know that it's not just about our review. I almost choked right there. But it is the conversation with the crew. So go ahead and put that in the comments, and we'll make it do what it do. TruVue Podcast. Let's get it. Let's go. Oh, yeah, he ain't here. There you have it.
There you go. Yeah, do what my boy Mel just said. Then in the comments, put down your favorite mob film.
Let's
do that for me.
Run them up.
And if you got a top 3, put that in there. And I want to see if this could rank out ranks.
Ooh,
yeah, but yeah, go ahead, man. Alley to my guy.
Whew. Thank you, man. You always need him there because it's the breath after I finish that spiel. But there you have it. There you go. That'll be the end of the show. TruVue Podcast. And you know what the hell we always say.
Yeah.
2 Dons, no chill. You ever have beef with
yourself?
Take
this nigga part. I forgot what I was gonna say right here.
He whacked himself with the performance. God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. I take a side of beef times 2. No, that was my bad. Man.
No, that's not working.
My bad.
Just go watch some shit.
God damn, I tried.
TruVue Podcast.
A bunch of different views.
Your boys keep it real, man. I really like listening to them, man. They funny. Yeah.
Son.
They really speak their truth.
The hell was that?
You're
Must be an old ass goddamn cinnamon stick. Goddamn.
TruVue Podcast.
A bunch of different views.
Your boys keep it real, man. I really like listening to them, man. They funny. Yeah.